see my hair. I don't see my hair.
Tell me, what's in your mind?
I don't know. It's big adventure.
That moment I just put the camera like this and we had the eye contact and then she started to cry.
Looking forward to finish, but it's good to go home, but it's a bit sad as well to say goodbye to this beautiful way of life, I think.
Like in a family, you have spoils and and then you...
Cool guys, so last leg of the ocean race. Team goodbye.
I don't know what to say. I have a bit of paradox feelings because I don't want it to be over. So I don't want to go on this leg, but in the same time I want to go. I don't know, what do you think?
Thank you guys for doing what you do, because then we can do what we do. Which is what? I'm Catholic!
Il sounds a bit like Antoine, huh?
I think I will meditate on this during the whole leg.
Team Malizia is unique. It's there's not a team like it out there, I think. We're trying to inspire people around the sailing and around the climate, and the more people we can bring this positive energy to, the better.
Let's finish with the traditional love cycle.
Yeah.
Love cycle. I know. I have an idea. I give you a kiss, you give him a kiss. Give the kiss, give the kiss, give the kiss.
We want to make people smile, and throughout this race it's just got bigger and bigger, and why not just have fun?
The Hague was, man, one big adrenaline party. Yeah, we were all jumping on the dock, and the Sailors Parade was the best one of the whole race. And yeah, just the Dutchies like to party, and they had some good music, and yeah, we went pretty loose. It was good fun.
Achteraan, klappen, dan komt ie. 3, 2, 1, door! Zo samen zingen, zo samen zingen. Jullie hebben hartstikke klappen zingen. Rosie, jullie! Wat zeg je? Dat kan harder! Awesome.
Thanks man!
I think the last leg there was less pressure. We knew in The Hague we cannot win this race anymore, and whatever happens, we will be on the podium.
2, 1, now.
Something has happened there with 11th hour and Gio. There was just a collision now, guys, between 11th hour and Gio.
I was on the water doing the YouTube live, commentating, and yeah, I was like not able to find the words to understand what happened because I was watching it, but yeah, it was crazy. You just saw the boat suddenly spin and I was like, okay, I think they've hit each other.
No one is hurt, guys. Everyone seems to be okay, but there seems to be damage on the bowsprit of Gio and to the hull of 11th hour.
I really felt like everything leave me a bit, like all my blood drain, and I just, yeah, all of us on board were just kind of a bit in shock, honestly. Like to have like the front runner, you know, the boat really that's scored the highest in this race so far out was a pretty shocking moment.
No one is stupid. It's a shame that it happened, but it can happen. It's not bad seamanship, it just can happen. And these are offshore machines, not made for coastal racing. There's the same if you drive a car. There is a blind spot.
Relativ konzentriert sind wir nach dem Crash direkt weitergesegelt und haben auch sofort, ich glaube ein paar Minuten später, so uns zugerufen, neue Situation, wir sind nur 3 Schiffe im Rennen, einmal Ratter, okay, punktemäßig, gut, Mist, dann können wir jetzt nicht mehr Zweite werden. Also das war sofort klar, der Crash hat dann in dem Moment hat er 11th Hour gewonnen. Also deswegen glaube ich auch, man sieht diese rührende Szene, wo sich Ben und Charlie auf dem Steg umarmen. Und ich glaube, Charlie, für ihn war wahrscheinlich auch klar, wenn nicht irgendwie was ganz Komisches passiert ist, das jetzt unser Sieg.
The story is not over. It's not over. It's just one chapter.
That first night, as the sun was going down, it was beautiful sailing conditions. We were fighting for the lead, but I kind of had to really reset my goals of, you know, what's the goal of this last leg now? It was complete opposite of what I expected from this leg. I thought we were going to be racing intensely with 5 other boats fighting for this spot, but you know, things change sometimes.
Ouais, we can try. Now we start to have a bit of current with us, so we can...
This is only current,
yeah. 2 knots. So we can... Bay of Biscay looking very quiet. Not so much upwind, so very slow for us. But at least we can enjoy some nice condition, nice sunset, nice sunrise.
And we have done 15 miles in the past 6 hours. So normally we do 15 miles in 20 minutes or half an hour. So it's very good to have some breeze back, and it's a nice fresh summer smell. And yeah, it's sunny, we have nice sail set up, and yeah, it's just good. Life is good.
Cruising. As much as this is a race, we're cruising right now.
letzte Etappe hatte einen ganz besonderen Charakter, die war wirklich anders als alle anderen Etappen, dadurch, dass es so viel Leichtwind war. Und dadurch hatte man die Möglichkeit, so ein bisschen zu reflektieren und die Stimmung, die Atmosphäre nochmal anders aufzunehmen, dort auf See zu sein. Und es hat sich nochmal so wirklich so eine freudige Kameraderie auch gezeigt. Nico did a really nice job bringing us through, and we could gain on the other boards. Biotherm solo sailor, they seem to be in front, Holt seem behind, and then they are 5 miles only ahead of us. We said with Nico, when we leave Gibraltar, not more than 50 miles behind the guys, we can still play the race. Now 5 miles behind is quite good. Very happy. Also, the passage is beautiful. Seeing the Gibraltar rock just here in like this amazing light, like symbolic for having circled the globe. That's an amazing moment for the team. Cheers, guys! Thank you so much
Well, thank you
for sharing this trip of friendship, adventure, and racing.
Well, thanks to you for the big opportunity. Huh?
Cheers.
Thanks for leading us around the world, huh?
Yeah.
Very lucky to be part of it. And share moments like this.
These are the best moments. That's why I'm so sad. I'm like, oh no. What do we do without each other, boys?
What do we do?
One really emotional moment for me was when my auntie, she sent me a picture of my grandfather who is 96 years old, watching at the Malizian videos and everything we produced together on land and on the water. And I saw his face smiling like a kid. I could see the kid of my grandfather still in him, 96 years old. And it was very powerful for me because I don't know, but very good. Sorry. It's been very intense. For the rest of my life, it's very important to have some moments in your life that you can just go back and take the energy and continue. That's why it was important not to give up.
So it's very exciting. We had a little, there's a split in the fleet. So you see Holcim and Biotherm more offshore, and we choose to be inshore, so we're very close to the land. And at the moment we're doing faster than the boats offshore, so it's really, really exciting. To be honest, it's a little bit of a lottery as well at the moment. So far so good. We're going fast.
I always tell the sailors, I'm not here to film the losers, just joking. And I think it triggers them a little bit. I like to provoke always a little bit just to put some good energy in the team.
Hello world, welcome to Genova.
It has been a crazy trip. The very excited team here. At the moment we are sitting in first place, guys. Look at this. That is the marker there, guys. That is the marker, that little square. Here is Malizia. This is the end of leg 7 of the ocean race, and we are in first place. Have we finished? Woo! Guys, that is it. That is winning leg 7 of the ocean race.
We've had a few a few bad cards, I would say, in the previous legs. You know, we finished 2 minutes behind a boat, we finished 4 minutes behind a boat in another leg, and you know, we come so close to taking it, and now in this one to finally be given the good set of cards is, it felt so good. You know, we were coming into the finish.
It's never over until it's over, but now it's over.
Super cool. Thank you.
This last leg, I think Nico was the one making it happen. That last night I couldn't really sleep, and I was nearby Nico, and he said to me, Antoine, come and smell. And I said, oh yeah, land, it smells lands. And he said, yeah, this is now the new project. We're gonna take the breeze from the land coming from the mountains, and you will see. And it was the perfect choice. That was Nico's magic moment.
1, 2, 3.
Bye bye, guys!
Es ist einfach unheimlich heiß hier in Genua. Kaum auszuhalten. Es ist auch übrigens viel heißer als in Brasilien oder heißer als in Kapstadt. Und dann will man einfach ins Wasser springen. Und nach der Anspannung, nach der Anstrengung.
Okay.
6 months ago, the whole adventure started, and look at us now.
Look at us now.
Wonderful. Thank you very much. Thank you very much. Get Boris.
We did it, you know. And I know, yeah, we didn't win the overall ocean race, but I think we won or had the kind of biggest key moments in the race. You know, we really liked the leg 3 was amazing, this Roaring 40s trophy, the 24-hour record, winning the very first import race, and then winning this leg. It's been, yeah, incredible.
We have Phil Lawrence, who's the race director.
Good morning, everybody. The jury determined that 11th Hour Racing was entitled to redress. 11th Hour Racing therefore received 4 points for leg 7, and accordingly are declared overall winners of the Ocean Race 2022-23.
What's up? Yeah.
Congrats, huh? We're so happy to be here.
Thank you. Glad we're here.
Yes.
Come here. How are you?
I feel almost proud to see them here, and I hope that, yeah, they can at least enjoy this moment. You know, they got here and against all the odds, and I think that's something to be celebrated. For me, the 11th Hour are the real winner, honestly, in this race. You know, winning is not just winning at a leg. Winning is being strong, it's being resilient, and it's coming back against all odds. And I think that's what you see here.
We could have won this race. we could have, and you really want to win this race because you give everything day in, day out to make it happen, and we did not. But on the other hand, I see what we achieved as a team, personally, and think what we did, we spread a bigger message than only sailing around the world as a racing crew.
Everybody give it up for Team Malizia!
I've loved the ocean race. I think it's taught us so much about each other, about the boat, about what we can achieve. I think, yeah, it's really brought us very close together as a team.
Das war das größte Abenteuer meines Lebens.
Wow.
Now the boat has a soul. Now the boat is alive. It's got all its memories inside. We had lots of good moments, beautiful moments.
Super tricky conditions for it. The waves are throwing us everywhere and there's no wind.
I'm so happy to not be alone. This would be a horror show alone.
Also es macht mir unheimlich viel Spaß, mit Mannschaft zu segeln, vor allem mit dieser Mannschaft. Und jetzt bin ich so ein bisschen verwöhnt, mit guten Leuten zu segeln, macht einfach viel, viel mehr Spaß. Und jetzt wird es für mich fast schwieriger, die Vendée Globe zu bewältigen, weil ich hatte schon immer Schwierigkeiten mit der Einsamkeit und jetzt vor dieser Erfahrung, mich wieder dort hineinzubegeben, ist noch mal schwieriger.
The fly captain.
Hey, yes, this is nice.
Wow, good shot.
This is epic. This is the true soul. Yeah!
There's always moments which you can't control, you can't have seen, and you've got to deal with them. I think one thing that I've learned to do is making sure to, even while you're doing this process of overcoming them, you've got to still enjoy it as well. You know, think about what you're actually doing, what you're achieving.
This is the final push. Push, push, push. Enough.
Ladies and gentlemen, the United States of America. Rosie, I'm flying.
Welcome to Kiel.
I am proud of what we accomplished. We will be back and we will be back stronger.
Yeah. Oh, you can show your nails. What's the story?
Monaco Red.
Yeah, so for us, we have one extra stopover. We're going to visit our founders, I would say, in Monaco. We go to visit Yacht Club de Monaco, and we're going to do a week of kind of celebrations with our partners, some education events, but also spend some time with our co-founder, Pierre Casiraghi, who believed in this whole project, believed in Team Malizia and this race with Boris.
Let's say that Boris had a dream, his sailing dream, but I also had a dream. I had a dream of a team. What you guys are part of is something that we had dreamed and we had tried to put together because it's a spirit and the results are really important. We all fight for the results, but without a spirit we can never manage these results. So thank you very much for that, and thank you, Boris, for making all this happen.
The Yacht Club of Monaco is kind of one of the most iconic buildings in Monaco. The architectural design is like a big ship, so we do a party on the pool deck of the yacht club, which overlooks the marina.
I want to thank everyone who works at the club. Since 7 years, they have accepted and sort of followed all the nonsense Boris and I has brought to this club. So thank you very much for that.
Team Malizia ist die Sachen anders machen. Gestern kamen welche zu mir bei der Party und sagten, Wahnsinn, was ihr macht, dass ihr wirklich mal zeigt, dass man Sachen auch ganz anders machen kann. Und davon geht eine gewisse Inspiration aus für mich selbst, aber ich glaube auch für andere. Und das ist sozusagen, steckt auch ein bisschen in diesem Namen des Malizia, des Malizian.
The Malizia story is not over. There's more to come. You know, we keep Rosie and Will with us in the team, and Nico's always welcome back. Antoine's got his documentary coming, and Malizia continues. You know, we've got more races, 3 races this year, and then next year 3 big races. You know, the Vendée Globe starts at the end of next year.
Definitely got it.